All right, well, I think we should probably begin. We do have probably at least another 5 to 8 people that have signed up, uh, but we'll just go ahead and start. I just want to say Hari Om and Namo Narayan to everyone here, and on behalf of the Yoga Academy, we're so excited to have you here for this little information session to give you an idea of what the Yoga Academy is and how we are here to support and connect all of those people in North America and beyond to the teachings of Satyananda Yoga in North America. I'm Karunadara, or Chris Fondren, and I am the current president of North America, of the Yoga Academy of North America. And on our call today, we have a few other of the board members. I am currently the board president. We have the board secretary, Yogatara, Hariom, Samatamurti, the board treasurer, with her darling daughter, Sharon, Shambhavi, who's our current administrative assistant and Sevak, Kapil Murti, who is our education director, and Mahima is not here right now, but she is our digital support, digital marketing expert, and she's the one who really helps us keep our newsletters going and getting posts onto Facebook, etc. I know, John, you've been involved a bit by coming to some of our programs. Jenna, I don't know if we've met before, but just to give you just a little bit of a history. Our mission of Yoga Academy is to be an educational portal, and we are an active yoga community made up of people that have been exposed and are studying in the tradition of Satyananda Yoga. We are really a platform for education, and really we're here to connect members of the community and support members of the North American Satyananda Yoga community. And throughout today's information session, we're hopefully going to hear from you a little bit to find out what you would like to see in the community that we aren't doing, what you're happy with, and how perhaps these teachings have made a difference in your life. Yogatara, I don't know, we don't have any of the other members here, but maybe you can just talk a little bit about some of the other Yoga Academy members that have been supported by our efforts in education.
Thank you, Karunadara. So, as Karunadara mentioned, really YANA is an educational portal, but so much of what we learn in Satyananda Yoga is about community. It's what we learn in the ashrams, and it's something that we try to do also through YANA, and we're very much supported by a wider community. So some of our regular sevaks you might know are Anandarupa, who is involved in any community event probably in North America and beyond. I'm sure you've met him here or there, and he's a wonderful mediator between groups, and he brings a lot to YANA. We also have Amrit Murthy, who you might know, who's the head of the chanting cooperative, who lived in Rikya for over 10 years, and she brings a lot of her experience of living in ashram and living with the gurus to YANA and sharing with us and with the community through our portals. We have Sarah, who's not here today, but who's been recently helping us more and more in organization. And we also have Swami Atmarupa. So many of you might know her, many of you might not, but she was really the one who helped to establish the Yoga Academy over 20 years ago. And she remains an advisor for us. So she's very much behind the scenes in retirement, but whenever we need her, she's definitely there. And we're really open and curious to see how other people would like to contribute to YANA and our efforts. So if you're interested in volunteering, we'll share with you a form that you can fill out and see how you might be able to help. So
thank you.
I'll pass it back to you.
All right, thank you, Yogatara. So I know some of you have been involved in some of our programming this past year, and to just just to have this serve a little bit as a just going back in time of what we did this year and what we do right now, our current programming. So many of you come to our weekly, or I'm sorry, our monthly Maharit chanting, and that is often we often have Rishi, otherwise known as Mark Johnson, who's one of our Savaks as well. He often will do a havan while one of us will do the chanting. So we do keep that going, and we are going to continue with that in 2026. This past year, we've had monthly satsangs, and our last satsang provider is here on the call today, Sannyasi Indrani. She was our November satsang, and previous to her, some of the acharyas we had this year, we had Swami Anandanan, we had Swami Yogakanti, we had Swami Nirmal Ratna. So really, we had some great, amazing people to be here, which is free of charge. It's one of the things that we want to offer the community is this opportunity to connect with the source, people that have been to the ashram a lot, people who've lived in the ashram, and people who have been identified by Swami Niranjan as main teachers of the lineage. We also have weekly yoga classes, and Samatamurti, maybe you can just speak briefly about your weekly yoga class. That is an opportunity for people to have a Satyananda style class.
Yes, my name is Samantha Morty. I've been in the lineage for over 20 years, about 21 years as my daughter Sharon. And my yoga class is on Sundays. I have a yoga space that is in my garage because I really want to teach Satyananda yoga, and it was never really meshing with a yoga center. And I have a harmonium and things like that, and I just don't want to go back and forth. So, and in my current life situation, I have two kids. So, my own personal sadhana these days is sometimes rather challenging. But I really wanted to establish this yoga class, which is on Sundays at 10 a.m. And I have some of my own neighbors or friends coming to the class in person, but I offered it to YANA to offer it online too. I have some online participants also. So the class is about developing regularity. It begins with a grounding, a meditation, just to center ourselves. And we do the Shanti Mantra, 11 rounds of Mahamrityunjaya Mantra, and 11 rounds of the Gayatri Mantra. Um, it's an open class, and some people come and some people don't. So in that way, I decided not to do the Durga mantras because if you're new to the class, it's easier to learn and catch the first two mantras. And also, the class is only 1 hour long, so, or like I go a little bit over. It's between an hour and an hour 15 minutes. So I'm trying to engage all of the capsules in the class, and it's also practices that I've been doing for the last 25 years. So the first 15 minutes is the grounding and the mantras. Then we do Palamuktasana series, and it's usually I have a lot of the Palamuktasana 1 series in that. Um, and then we do TTK, and we do TTK? Tadasana, Tiriyak Tadasana, and Kari Chakrasana. And I always feel like I can never get away from those three practices. And if there's ever a sadhana that I see from Mungir, those practices are always there.
Mm-hmm.
So these may be you've already done them in the morning. So that's what I want some feedback to, because maybe you've already done these practices for your day. And with Surya Namaskar, it can be dynamic too. If there are a lot of new people, we may just do some static poses from that series. If there are people from the tradition and or people that have been practicing with me for a long time, like I'm currently doing the Surya mantras during Surya Namaskar. Or we can do chakra awareness, different levels. So depending on who's in the class is how the class progresses or how to make the class a little bit deeper for who's there. Then then we also go through the 5 different ways that we need to move our spine. So up and down, side to side, the twisting, forward bend, backwards bend. So that is incorporated in the class. And then I end the class with relaxation. So I always want to add Nadi Shonan Pranayama. 1 second. So generally, even just giving, yeah, just giving you the space to.
And the elements.
We might go through the elements, right, during the Surya Namaskar. Yeah, when we did the tatwas last time with Swami Anandanand here. So ending the class either with a full yoga nidra, if there isn't that time, a yoga nap, and
what's a yoga nap?
Just a short relaxation, like extended shavasana.
Now I get it.
And then ending with Om and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra. So you're getting like all the capsules in that hour and 15 minutes. And that's what I aim to do. Sometimes my attendance is low and I'm like, oh, should I do this? And I'm like, this is my sadhana too. I'm just developing this regularity. I want people to come to the class and use it as a community gathering. If you had made that 54 donation for this year, then you get the classes for free. And I like sometimes, of course, like it snowed, my babysitter didn't come. We didn't have class today, but usually I am very regular. So if it's Sunday 10 a.m., like there will be a Satyananda yoga class available. Yeah. So, and then welcome to feedback, because there wasn't a lot of community members joining, and maybe people don't want to spend $20 for a yoga class online. So that's very reasonable. But I hope if members have that opportunity, then they're able to join. And we usually follow along with those capsules.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Well, thank you, Samantha. Thank you. So we've had that class available for this past year, and like Samantha said, that she has. And let me just go back to saying that it's not a garage. It might be a garage on the outside. It's not a garage on the inside, because we held a program there this fall, and it's beautiful. So it's not like you're going to be in a room that looks like a garage watching her do Palmatasana. No, it is quite lovely, and it's a very beautiful space. But yes, last year that was not included in the membership. We'll get to the membership part of the program in a little bit, but that is something that's going to be included for those that do make that regular donation of membership to Yoga Academy. You will get her yoga class for free whenever you come, and we'll also I don't know if you've been recording them, but we'll also have some of those recordings available in the portal. And then we have some evergreen courses that are continuing. We have some courses that have been done by other acharyas and senior teachers. They're available in the portal. And Kapilmurti a little bit later is going to go through the portal and just show you what we have. We do have a Yoga Nidra course that had in the past. We've done it with cohorts. That is available for self-paced. And we're also going to have our Prana Pranayam as well available come January. And again, he'll go through this a little bit. So for 2026, as we move into what's happening for next year, we are going to stay with the Mahamrityunjaya. We are going to have our weekly yoga classes. For the first 2 months, I'm actually going to do a weekly yoga nidra / meditation. For the time that it'll be 11 a.m. Eastern. Samatamurti's is 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. Mine will be on Tuesday. For the first 2 months, we'll see how it goes. And that'll be about a 45 minute. We'll be doing a yoga nidra, and then we're moving into a meditation practice. We already have our first 3 months of satsangs organized. So our very first one is Swami Vedanta, and she's going to be doing swan meditation. That's going to be the topic of her talk. And then it's going to be Swami Vijay Shakti, and she'll be talking about living with Guru. And then we have March, Swami Karmakaruna, and we're waiting to hear back what she's going to be talking about. She's been working very closely with Swami Satsangi, and she has been, in fact, I was at a course of hers last year that was guided with Swami Satsangi, and that was on Tattvashuddhi. I don't know what, we'll have to see what maybe the community is interested in, but hopefully she can bring some of her guru energy with her in whatever presentation she does. She does. Starting in February, we're going to have yoga and trauma with Yoga Tara. So, Yoga Tara, if you can just speak briefly about what that will look like.
Hari Om. So this is a course actually we offered during COVID, and it's a 6-week course. We meet on Saturdays or Sundays. We'll see what suits people. It's 2-hour workshops at a time, and the goal of this is to give people who are either yoga practitioners or teachers some foundations in understanding what trauma is from a somatic perspective. I'm a certified somatic experiencing practitioner as well as spiritual psychologist. So it was very interesting for me to get trained in yoga as well as this other technique, and now that's what I integrate. And to learn how to modify maybe our own sadhana for ourselves, or if we're teachers, how to modify that for other people, being more attuned to what happens in the face of trauma and sort of demystifying what trauma is. I know it's a really catchphrase right now, at least since COVID, and we're going to talk a little bit about that and hopefully let people leave with some very practical knowledge and tools that they can apply for themselves and their community. So that will be in February.
Yeah, I participated in during the COVID time, and it is really wonderful. Will you be also having your partner teacher with you?
Unfortunately, Lisa Ledoux, no, she's under medical treatment right now, but I have some other people who might be coming in who actively work in with yoga and trauma, as well as maybe another SE practitioner. So we'll have more of a community than just myself.
All right, very good. Well, that's wonderful. And then in May, we have scheduled the OM workshop with Kapilmurti. Kapilmurti, can you tell us a little bit about that workshop?
Yes, so the workshop will be in 4 parts, 2 hours each on weekends, and it is the idea is to go through the look at Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, but from the perspective of mantra, like the importance of a mantra in the Yoga Sutras, and that's not something we typically talk about, and the practice of mantra, like japa and other things, and how to relate to it. So that will be the focus.
All right, thank you. We're looking forward to that, Kapilmurti. Samurti, can you give us a real quick breakdown of the Swami Anandanand's Yoga Lifestyle Weekend? That'll be happening
we
in
had
August.
a really
Well,
great.
but the one going into the one that we're doing in 2026.
Oh, okay, you're right. Well, we did have a really great yoga lifestyle weekend, and we are having another weekend. Swami Anandanand will come a third time in a row. He's coming in August this year. It should be like the third weekend in August. We'll get the dates out so that you can plan for it. I hosted at my house and in the yoga space. We had Havan every day, and we thought that was a powerful component. I live in a metropolitan area. It's the city area, so we're doing yoga in our like real life community.
You guys should really look outside.
And it snowed where we are. That's why.
Yeah.
And yeah, we hope that you're able to join us this year. It was a really inspiring event, and for me, I can't go to India right now, and because of my children, the baby, and we, it was a really inspiring time to have Swami Anandanand here and to be able to practice yoga, Satyananda yoga, with everyone and have havans and chanting, and the food was really good this year.
Yeah.
Ashram style food. So yeah, we hope that you'll join us.
It's wonderful. And I think what we need to say is that if what we hope is we loved having it at her house, but if we have a big enough group, we'd like this to also move into a different space where we can accommodate more people. So it's been at that point where we had just enough people to be there, and while we probably would still do the Hoven, we would have another space if there were more interest. We would like to use this.
Definitely lots of nice retreat center spaces in this area
I know
that
how to
we could definitely plan for if people are coming.
Yeah, we'll have the dates for that. We should have that dates for that very soon. And what we'd like to do for 2026 is use that as a launching off for a 6-month program that Yoga Academy will be offering of those Yoga for Everybody series books. Just the mantra, we would do concentrated classes, so that just bite-sized classes that you can actually use the information right away, apply it, not feeling like you have to be in a really long, bogged down course. So that weekend is going to kind of launch. So that we'll start offering those classes in that fourth quarter after that event. And then from there we will be going into yet another amazing Swami coming in, and that's going to be Swami Prembhav, and she is going to be hosted, and YANA will be supporting that event as well. And she'll be hosted in the West Coast, and that's going to be in September, and she'll be doing yoga ecology. And I don't know, Yogatara, if you can speak a little bit, do you know if anything transpired that you know, that dates
I
or
have no
content?
further details.
Okay.
So that information will be coming.
That'll be coming soon. Okay. And then I think the next thing we're just
Just
going to
that's in September. I don't know if you.
Yeah, it's September. Yeah. So I know, and Swami Anandanan, and I don't know how. Just back to Swami Anandanan, I had never met him before, and I thought I was sitting at Swami Satyananda's feet. I thought he was just an amazing channel. It was so lovely to have someone who spent so much time with Swami Satyananda, and that's the nice thing about, we're really excited here at Yoga Academy that we've been able to have more of these really high level swamis and these acharyas that have spent so much time really with, sitting firsthand, getting this amazing information, and then giving us some piece of that. So we're really looking forward to Swami Anandanan and then Swami Prembhav. And I guess going into the next thing, I just wanted, if maybe Yogataro, can you speak a little bit about just some of our community initiatives in the past, just so those of you that are newer to Yoga Academy or maybe thinking about wanting to be more involved. Go ahead, Yogataro.
So again, yeah, I guess I'm the community spokesperson here, but a big component of the academy is not just the educational part, but really beginning to live yoga and build a community of support for people who are practicing and trying to live the teachings and help to stay connected to the source, but also amongst ourselves, because this is really where I think it can be the most challenging when we're away from the source. So some of the things that the Academy has done in the past is help support community members, bring people like Swami Anandanand. That wasn't YANA's main task, but we helped support community members in organizing that. Swami Prembhav is somebody also that we're happy to support, but we've also done it for maybe lesser known community members up in Niwas in Canada, in 2023. There was a Guru Purnima event, and we worked closely with them to help create an event and try to bring people there. Other ways that YANA wants and has tried to support its community is we have a Seva Fund. And so if there are community members, particularly yoga teachers who are looking to do some Seva project in their community, you can apply to YANA to get some funding for that if you don't have enough. And so we did that. We did that with Bhaktitara in Hawaii. We've done it in the past in Baltimore, I believe, and a few other events that happened before I can remember. But the idea is really to be able to engage with the community and continue supporting individuals, but also larger groups. So if you have an inspiration, a way you want to spread and share what you're doing, please feel free to write us. And there's a whole process to go through. We do have some funds, they're limited, but we're happy to support our community members in that way.
And I think the other way we can support too is that if you do have something that you have going on weekly, regularly, there is a form you can fill out, and we will and we do have some parameters, but if it falls under our parameters, and most things probably do, we would be happy to put in our newsletter to share what you're doing. So we can let you know about that. Excuse me. Well, I'm getting my breath. I'm going to share my screen.
Sharon had one thing to share.
I know how to play a mantra on my harmonica.
Yeah, Sharon takes piano lessons. She's very, her ear is really good, and she learned the Shanti mantra yesterday on the harmonium. So she's learning that. It's good.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Sharon. Sorry. This happens to me often regularly when I'm teaching the body rotation in Yoga Nidra. There's at least one time in every few months that I have this coughing fit, so I apologize. It's because I'm speaking so much. But I wanted to we wanted to share also what the Bihar School of Yoga is doing, what Swami Satsangi is leading in Rikki and one of the latest initiatives is they're really encouraging people to come and take this 1-month lifestyle course. You can go and we can share this this link. I can share it in the chat in a moment. There's a nice video here. It gives you an idea if you've never been to Mungir. And Rikki has a very similar video as well to talk about what happens there at that ashram. But this is really nice. I was recently at the ashram this fall for a course. I was there for, what was I there for? For Bhakti Yoga and Raj Yoga, and there I met a couple people that were on this. I met a young boy who was in his early 20s from the U.S., which I thought was very interesting, and he had been drawn to Raj Yoga and really just drawn to the teaching, didn't know much about anything. He looked up online, and I saw him within a week of being there, and his eyes were very big, like a deer in headlights, but he was committed to it. And it's I think from my understanding, I don't believe there's any cost to this program, but you do need to commit for a month. You have to get yourself there. In addition to that programming, the programming is already out, the other programs that the ashram is offering in Bihar, in Mungir, and these are the other courses. So there's an ashram life experience. Again, I already said that you can do that at any time, but you do need to commit for 1 month. It starts from the 1st to the 30th. So they do try to get people coming in at the same time at the beginning of the month. Then they have a sannyasa experience, and that is either 3 months or a year. And then they have these health yoga capsules that are just for the Hindi medium. And then the yoga chakra training. And next year they just have those 2 courses. And then they have Dharana, and then Kriya Yoga and Tattva Shuddhi, which I've applied for, and I believe Kapil Murthy has also applied for. I have not heard back yet. Sometimes it takes a little while, and because it's really pretty much far off into the future, hopefully we'll hear back soon. If anybody is interested in traveling to these programs, they do ask that you have at least 5 years of experience for these, not necessarily for the ashram life, but for the other courses. They're going to ask you what your experience is, because they do want to make sure that you're at the level and that you are physically healthy. So if you have questions, everybody on the board has been to the ashram recently in the last few years and can give you some ideas of what to expect there and hopefully answer any of your questions that you might have. I don't believe Rikki has their offerings for 2026 yet. I keep looking, but they don't quite have it. But they do have a great video. I cannot show it. I'm not going to pull it up to show you, but yeah, this is a beautiful video, and it really talks about all the Seva initiatives that the ashram does. It's really quite wonderful, and just another reminder too for those of you that are who've been around but might have forgotten about this. We have There's the Bihar Yoga app. There's a bunch of different apps here, but I think the app that Satyam Yoga Prasad, this one is the app of all apps, and I probably open it up every day and I do chanting along with it. It has every single publication. It's available obviously in the App Store and on Google Play, and it has every single publication just about that, and they're always adding more. All the books, they have videos, they have recordings of all the different swamis. A lot of Swami Satyananda in his early days, in the earlier days in the 70s, all throughout Europe. And it's just an amazing, amazing resource that in 2018 that the ashram gave to the world. They wanted to open it up to the world. So that's just something we always want to remind everybody who comes into the Yoga Academy, that this is really an amazing resource and tool for all of us as practitioners. All right, so from here, just talking about membership or supporting Yoga Academy, we have been growing. We have a membership site. Some of you might already be members, and we've created it to grow the community and to build fellowship among teachers and students and initiates of the Satyananda lineage in North America. And as many of you may or may not know, Yoga Academy is primarily a Sevak organization. It is a 501(c), which means it is a nonprofit. We are not funded by anyone, and the only funding we bring in is donations from some of our members in the U.S. and around the world, as well as any programming that we do. And we want to be able to continue to offer this. So we do have an opportunity for membership, and you can think of it as a donation. Right now it's $54 a year till the end of the year, but we will go up to $108 going forward, because we really believe that we're really bringing as much as we can in, and we feel that people value something sometimes when there's a little bit of money attached to it. Not that we won't still have our free offerings, but it does allow us to put something into that Seva initiative, so we can give back to the community as well. So we have right now, it has, for your membership, you get access to all the satsangs. So while we have our monthly satsang, if you can't make it, if you're a member, we do record all of those. So Swami Yoga Kanti, Swami Anandanan, all the different ones that we've done in the last year or so, they're all available in that portal. And Kapil Murthy is going to pull it up in a minute. And you have other access to other recordings. You do get a reduction on some of the courses and some of the things that are in the platform. You will now have a free yoga class with Sannyasi Samatamurti on Sundays from 10 to 11 Eastern. And then for the first 2 months, we'll see how it goes, and you'll have a yoga nidra and meditation also included. So Kapil Murthy, could you go ahead and just share your screen and just give everyone an idea of what that membership portal looks like?
Can you, I think I need permission
Oh,
to
you
share.
do. I'm sorry. I'll make you
Yeah,
go.
that's fine.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
So this is, if you are a member, this is what you see on our learning platform. As Karunathara was mentioning, we have recording of all the satsangs from the last year or so, and then we keep adding to that each month. We also have a series of recorded workshops that were donated by Swami Atmarupa. So her impressions from the Yoga Nidra conference, overcoming resistance, moving forward, prana and digestion, yoga for insomnia. So these are some workshops that were paid workshops, but she has donated the recordings. So that is available. In the past, we also had some sessions where I led chantings and kind of learning of the Hanuman Chalisa and the Devi Mahatmya, or Durga Saptashati as you might know it. So these are, the recordings of the live sessions of the Hanuman Chalisa, and then also Devi Mahatmya. And finally, there's, if you cannot make the monthly Mahamrityunjay chanting, but if you would like to do on your own, we have recordings that you can download. It's it takes you through the 108 rounds of full mala of the mantra, and with along with the chanting sheet. So this is what we have for now, and then as things, as I mentioned, become available, we keep adding to this.
Thank you, Kapamurti. Can you then just go into can you go through the main site the way someone would go in who's going to research what kind of offerings we do have and just click on the online learning or the online?
Yeah, so let me see, because I'm logged in as an admin. Hold on.
Oh, okay. You have to. There you go.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
I think that'll be fine.
So this is the main site, learning platform, and then they have various workshops and courses that you'll see on here, offered by acharyas. For example, we have several here: Swami Shivamurti, Swami Shankardev, Swami Mukti Bodhanand, for example. We also have Karunadhara mentioned Yoganindra Home Study course. That will be this was in the past. We had conducted both as do on your own. You can enroll at any time, but also as a live course. We'll make it available once more as what we call an evergreen course. So you can enroll at your convenience.
And we'll also be adding the prana pranayama as well.
And also the prana and pranayama. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Kapamurti. Thank you so much. So I guess from there, we just want to know, we would like to hear from some of you to hear about just maybe, first off, how did you come to the tradition, how long you've been practicing in the tradition, and if you have any testimonials of how it has helped you in your life, or what would you like to see from Yoga Academy? How would you like to be supported in North America? So if anybody would like to share or maybe just introduce themselves, Sannyasi and Andrani, not everybody came to your satsang. Maybe I'll just call on you to start, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Namo Narayan, Namo Narayan. I was going to say, I think I said enough about me in that satsang or whatever that.
It's okay. Not everybody heard it though.
Okay, Namo Narayan, everyone. My name is Erica Indrani, and my journey with Satyananda Yoga, it's about 20 years, and I started at Anahat with Karma Karuna and went to India with her the first time. So I'm just appreciating being here today, having the opportunity to hear about everything that you all have been up to. I've been able to attend a few things over the years, and it's been since 2019 since I've been to India. So I really appreciate just that all of you have been there, and that you're sharing what you've been experiencing and helping us stay congruent with the ashram. It really feels good, and I love everything that you're offering. I'm interested to start participating more myself. So yeah,
we'd love to have more of you, so thank you so much.
Thank you. It's really great to see you all this morning. And thank you, Sharon, for all your wonderful ads. You're a lovely assistant.
All right, and does anybody else have anything they'd like to say or contribute? Well, then if not, I'll just pick on someone again, because Sarah came on late, and I do want to recognize Sarah. She has recently stepped up, and she's been coming to our board meetings. She's not an official board member yet, but we really need volunteers, and we would love to have more people be directly involved in our initiatives, and Sarah has recently stepped up. She was participant in the Swami Anandanand yogic lifestyle weekend, and she's been to India recently. So Sarah, go ahead.
Hari Om, Hari Om. My name is Sarah. I living here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, kind of like in an island all to myself of yogic knowledge and understanding. So I really appreciate YANA as a means to connect with others that are connected to the type of yoga that we practice, because there are not a lot of us. And I think that there are enough of us, though, that we can build a pretty strong community in North America. And hi, haven't seen you since in a couple months. Oh, and Indrani, I love seeing your face. I know it's been since Canada. You are such a special and beautiful person, and it's so wonderful to see your face. But yoga for me has brought me to a deeper understanding of what it means to be a person living in the world, what it means to be connected to God, what it means to be connected to something bigger than myself. And I live in the philosophy of serve, love, give. How can I be in service to others? How can I love people that are in my life? And how can I give when I need to give? And so I really connected with that philosophy. And so I'm so glad to be a part of a community that believes in those things as well. And I am retired now, so I have a lot of seva to give. So I've had some struggles here recently, and it is yogic philosophy that brings me to a deeper understanding of just letting go and allowing, God to, make the path for me, because I have trust in the things that I know and understand that there is something deeper and there's something meaningful. And we can't always hold on to the stuff that we know. We just have to hang on to things that we don't know. And it's not even hanging on, it's letting go and allowing things to happen. And I think with meditation and breathing and just a japa, constantly meditating, soham, another wonderful practice that allows you to feel like that vibration, that energy that supports everything in this universe. So I know that if the energy and prana of the world can support me, it can support other people. And I think that allowing the academy to, grow our membership and allowing people to come to understand what that means to have true peace that you can only find within yourself. People are always searching for peace outside of themselves, but it's when you really can close your mind and your eyes and really just feel that light that emanates from every human in the entire world. So that's why I want to be a part of this journey going forward and to start bringing more light into the world, because it's kind of dark sometimes. So
Thank you. That's very lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Anybody else want to share any of our board members? We didn't really do a formal introduction of anybody, so anybody else? Oh, so Sharon, what do
Sharon
you have to
wanted
say
to
about
share.
your experience, sweetheart?
She's been to Regia Pete once.
Uh-huh. Oh, and I made cookies.
And she made
For
cookies.
the Girl
Okay.
Scouts. She's in the Girl Scouts. Yeah, she went to Regia Pete 2 years ago for Satchandi and Yoga Purnima when she was 5.
Ah,
Yep.
These are the cookies. We put little chocolate chip eyes and noses on them.
very lovely.
And we made some green ones.
And the Thinkific site is really nice. I'm doing another course on a Thinkific, and I just have good things to say about that site and the courses that are on there.
These are the chocolate chips that we used.
Well, thank you, Sharon, for sharing your lovely desserts tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Yogatara if you don't mind. Go ahead, Yogatara.
It's hard to follow Sharon.
Yeah, they're really hard. Yeah.
And I just wanted to as people are talking, also remember that the it's it's quite something that we're talking about this today, but also remembering that Sri Swamiji was in North America several times early on in the 60s, and there's been a community of devotees, of disciples, of swamis who have come, but people who have kept the torch lit, and YANA is one. But there are also many vibrant communities within the diaspora here. Here, I mean, in North America. I'm not in North America right now, but I'm feeling present with you there. But that really, and you may also know that Swami Niranjanji, was lived in the United States in California for some time, and the seeds were planted there. And I feel all of us in our own way, whether we're with YANA or within our own communities, are also watering those seeds every time that we stay connected. And so YANA is one portal in which we invite you to come into, but we're also really curious to know what you yourselves are doing within your communities. And I'm sure each one of you has a story of how you first came across the teachings or the books or whatever it is, because every single person I've met always has a very unique story of inspiration, and it's always beautiful to hear when that moment happened. But I know for many that's a very personal moment, but if anybody feels like sharing,
Yeah.
welcome to.
And if you're not interested in sharing that, maybe if you have something that you would like to see at Yoga Academy, something that you've experienced in Yoga Academy and our offerings that's been good for you, appealed to you, please share that. And how you've maybe been involved for the last year or so.
Well, I could say a few words if you're,
Sure.
that's
Yes,
all right.
please. Yeah, we're looking for more people talking, John, so thanks.
So my name is John. I'm here in Michigan, and I've been studying yoga quite a long time. And my wife is a yoga instructor, and we have a yoga center here in East Lansing, Michigan. And it's a Iyengar yoga center, and so I've studied that a long time. And then as part of that, almost as a complement to that, we've been studying with a gentleman that came through the Iyengar lineage, but also moved more towards Sri Aurobindo,
Mm,
which is a very different kind of yoga practice, and integrated those, and even I would say integrated others. He's really a Renaissance yogi, I guess you'd say, and he's in Mumbai.
mm.
And so we go to Mumbai. He comes to Michigan.
Ah,
We connect that way. He does retreats online and in person. So, but he's the one I was talking to him. We were walking along, and I was sharing some of my thoughts around deepening my practice, and because I've been like most, I guess people, you have a career, and it's hard to kind of have a steady practice within the career, and so I was looking for ways to do that. And he had mentioned the Bihar School of Yoga, just kind of almost out of passing, nothing, you know. And so I took that as a reference, and from there had found some of the books online and purchased some of the books, and they sat on my shelf properly for quite a while without being opened. And then eventually I started opening them. And, I realized it's a very rich and fully developed and integrative school of yoga that brings forward early on the eight limbs of yoga well beyond the asana limb. You know what I mean? So many of the Western, the ones that we have in America, are very asana based, and they either never get to the other pieces or they do so too lightly. And so that's why I'm here, is really I've got plenty of asana in my life. I got a good bit of pranayama in my life, and I'm looking to fill out the rest of it and to have a lifestyle. And so that's what I'm finding with you folks and with the Satyananda Yoga tradition. And I think having the Yana programming and the Yana connection is extremely important for me as someone trying to understand and learn and bring more of this into my life. And I think the plans you've laid out for 2026 in terms of the structure, the regularity, the practice is the challenge is often the regularity. And so to have the structure that you're providing is terrific. I may not make all of them, but I know they're there. And I didn't realize the recordings of some of these things were there from Yana's work. I knew about all the other pieces from Bihar and from et cetera. So that's good to have. And I'm planning on going to India in November. I've talked to Shambhavi about this. And so I'm trying to kind of sort that out and feel my way through. I've been to India 3 times, so it's not new to me, but I've never been to an ashram. And that's what I really want to do, is live in the ashram style and kind of have that deep everyday practice experience and go deeper into this particular school. So I did see that the course offerings were posted, and I'm excited about that. I'm trying to kind of triangulate all the different things to pull one of those off.
That's that's really inspiring. Thank you. And you know what, John? That's the thing. We're trying. A lot of the people that get our emails now are people that we're singing to the choir. We're preaching
Mhm.
to the choir. So to have someone like yourself that we keep thinking that's the missing piece for us because we believe that these other components, the pranayama, the meditation, is something that people who have a very strong asana practice, who've been teaching for years, that they may go, well, hey, I need more for myself, or I want to give more to my students. So we just haven't cracked the nut of how to get a hold of these people because there's so much yoga noise out there. So the fact that you found
Mhm.
us and you're finding that this is meeting some of your needs is really, really rewarding for me to hear, and I think for the rest of us because it's something we know, but we just haven't quite figured out how to get to everybody. So maybe you have some
Yeah.
insight into that. And just by you being a part of it, that may just happen spontaneously. So we appreciate you very much. Thank you. Hi, Jenna. I don't know if I've met you before. I don't know if you've met, have you met any of us, Jenna? Well, how come you're here? How did you get here?
I practice at Niwas
Oh,
with
great.
Sannyasi Shivani. So
Oh,
someone put a link a couple months ago to this, and I just hopped on. And then I'm so sorry, my camera has been off. I got pulled into work today, and I was like, I don't want to miss this. So
ah,
I snuck away for a moment to pop in person, more so than
oh,
just listening. But yeah, I've been practicing with Shivani for since 2022 now, and I've not come to India, but I've spent many retreats at the ashram that we have here in Cranbrook, Canada, and I know I'm just like I know the journey is starting to unfold more and more. So I my curiosity has been piqued, and when I start showing up to things, it's just a continuous thing to keep going. So I don't know a ton. I know a little bit, and I know that I'm curious. So that's where I will start.
that's wonderful. But what's going to happen is the more you know, the less you're going to know. And that's what I always say. Every time I go, I know this much. I leave a program and I know this much because you
Yeah,
realize what you don't know. And that's the thing. I know it's just so this is such a vast science that we're only just hitting the tip of the iceberg, but having that connection to like-minded people, having that connection to the teachings, and then going directly to the source when you can is the best. So welcome. So glad, and please tell Shivani that we say hello to her and wish her
I
Hari
will.
Namo Narayan as well. Um,
I will.
does
Namo
anybody else have
Narayan.
anything they would like? Because we wanted to keep this just to that hour to honor your time. Anybody else have anything that you would like to share, like how you got introduced to the lineage, anything you'd like to see in our programming, etc.?
I'll just jump in
Yeah.
just to put a different spin on what Karanadhara was saying. Like as you go more and more and interact more and more with these teachings, you may discover that you know less and less because the knowledge just seems to, the expanse of knowledge seems to be growing, but that you also realize that the little bit that you have learned in and of itself, I mean, that'll occupy you for lifetimes. I mean, that's that kind of, so because then you have to worry about, well, okay, what things do I pick and incorporate into my daily routine? Because there's so many different practices, but also lifestyle habits and other things. So you have to learn to pick and choose. uh, but yeah, they're really, you know, there's just a wealth of knowledge that they have shared with us, even if it's only a little bit of the big pie.
Absolutely. Shambhavi.
I've been quiet all this time. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay. And I want to piggyback on what Kapamurti was saying, and where we're going in 2026 with this continuing to deepen the idea of the yogic lifestyle. where we're living our yoga from moment to moment, and that we can incorporate throughout the day these smaller little practices, whether it's the starting the morning with the 3 mantra chanting, a little bit of asana and pranayam, which most of us have a connection to, the yoga nidra at after we get home from work or later in the afternoon, and finishing the day with a swan meditation or a review of the day. And that these little capsules that Swami Naranjan is talking about so often, that it's 10 minutes here or 20 minutes there, and that we don't have to be doing these advanced yoga asana practices, but that we can just show up and remember to be present, remember to be with our breath, remember to serve, love, give, throughout our day. And that those little things, those micro moments I often speak to people about, are what develop that lifestyle, that develop our showing up and our presence. So we hopefully are going to dive into that with the yoga lifestyle course, in jumping off with Swami Anandanand, and then offering a 6 months course where each month we'll look at that one particular practice and dive into that. And then we all weave them through our lives as is appropriate for our living conditions, because some of us have very busy jobs, or some of us are taking care of children, or some of us have. So we just want to find the practices that are appropriate in our current household or lives. So that's my little piece. Thanks.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of say something that I thought about when Samatamurti said, "Oh well, you might come to my class and you might be doing TTK, you might be doing this." I always look at it, no matter how many times you toe bend, there's always different depths of toe bending. And anytime you learn something, the minute you come back to it, you can have another perspective. So for me, as someone who does teach quite a bit, I teach part-time at a university. I love just going and having someone else tell me to bend my toes. And I'll do that as often as I can. And to go to your class, even if I did the same thing in the morning in my own practice, have somebody else tell me to do it, I can totally, it's just a lovely thing. So repetition for me, and I think in our lineage too, is not something that is a bad thing. I think the more we repeat, the deeper we can go, and there's different focal points. And some of you and I haven't. I know Shambhavi has been the progressive courses, but there's really, it's not just, there could be the physical aspect, it could be the mantra, it could be the breath, but you can always go a little bit deeper. So Samatamurti, I wouldn't say change anything. Do what you do, and we will learn. We'll all be learning from whatever you have to offer us. So I think we're just about the top of the hour. If anyone doesn't have anything else to contribute, to say, we can close here. And maybe any of the other board members have any closing thoughts? No closing thoughts. Well, then I will close.
Well, I would just
go
say
ahead.
that we brought in so many acharyas last year with our satsangs, and those are continuing, and I think they're just very powerful events of for our lineage. And I think some of the swamis that attended last year were very grateful for the opportunity to share their teachings as well. So we hope that continues too. Yeah, I would love to see Yoga Kanti again. And just like, we already have a full, like half the year is already planned out. So I think it's just going to continue to grow and inspire.
Right. Well,
so thanks.
Thank you. That's a good thing to end on, because we really have been very fortunate to have some really wonderful, and those of you that aren't as familiar with the lineage, these are just really, I want to say, heavy hitters in the lineage. They are really highly respected teachers and acharyas, and they've been really given great, just the teachings they have received, they're able to give them back to us in a way that we can understand, and we're really blessed. So with that, we hope that if you are not currently a Yoga Academy member, we hope that you will consider joining us by the end of the year. And if not, we'll take the other $54 from you and charge you $108. But we hope that maybe you'll just join now and you'll get next year for the same price. And again, it's really not so much. It's about just that support and helping us support all of you and support the community as a whole. So Hariom Tatsat and Namo Narayan and Hariom. And we hope to see you all. Have a blessed end of the year, and we hope to see you very soon in 2026. Thank you.